You're watching the 8-player draft series at Magic Brewhouse Games. Hello everybody, we're back here for match 4 of the 8-player draft series at Magic Brewhouse Games, and looks like the players kept, and Ken's off to a quick Ken Grider start as usual. Leads with the plains and Adrian with the mountain. And before we get too much farther, I'm also joined here by Marshall Simpson.
Hello.
Yeah, Ken's deck is very low to the ground, so we're going to see a lot of quick plays on his side here.
Yeah, very aggressive deck in blue and white, which is a little surprising, I feel like. Those aren't, I mean, white is traditionally an aggressive color, but white not. I mean, blue is not typically your aggro color.
Well, we did see that Wizards is kind of upping the ante with the mono blue of a few standards ago. So I don't think that blue is out of the question, but certainly Ken took full advantage of it when he's playing his deck.
Ken deals 2 here, and then comes a Benthic Infiltrator. This is one of those really great Infiltrator cards. And I say great because there are some really bad ones, too.
So when you say Infiltrator, you meant in jest?
That's what I meant to say.
Yes, I'm with you. Just making sure.
Yeah.
So he triggers his Akum Stonewaker, but elects not to make the token.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, he outnumbered the Coralhome Guide.
Yeah, it's probably a good move because the Coralhome Guide late in the game can really just finish off.
Yep.
All right, Ken's thinking about his move here. Oh, pass.
That was interesting.
No plays. Probably a lot of combat tricks in Ken's hand. Tends to be something that he plays when he plays an aggressive deck, is a lot of combat tricks.
Also looks like a horribly awry there. Adrian plays a forest and passes back.
Yeah, I guess when you play blue in your aggro deck, you can play counter spells.
I'm sorry, I might have been mistaken when he passed back. I guess he was pointing to his Stonewaker to create the token.
Swinging 3. Adrian plays another outnumber for 2. I'm assuming that, yes, that Ken blocked with his Infiltrator. And so the damage plus the outnumber led to the death.
Ooh, tap 5. That's a big one.
Oh, no
Yandar. Mr. Royal himself.
Yeah. So it's important to note that Ken has 2 of those legendary creatures in this limited deck. I think that's probably a good way to go.
Also, instants and sorceries in the grip, so we're going to see some interesting action out of Ken here. Adrian's tapping out. Oh, just kidding. 4 mana for...
Oh, that's the Woodland Wanderer. So Converge there was only for 2. So he only has a 4/4 Vigilance Trample for 4.
Only? That card's pretty good.
It's a very good card. And I think you played it in any deck, even if you only ran 2 colors, which is what Adrian is doing here. Just a little side note here about Ken's deck. He has 10 instants and sorceries in his deck. So, almost half of his spells are going to trigger Noyandar's ability.
And here we see one. Clutch of Currents.
Now, he could have played that for the full 5 and had 2 creatures.
But, he's not greedy.
I mean, I would be greedy.
Just live the dream. You know, for everyone watching at home, let me talk to you a second about the dream. The dream in Limited is to bestow Chromanticore on Chromanticore, and I'm sitting here next to the man, Marshall Simpson, that actually he lived the dream. So, you know, I don't know how much bigger it gets than that. So, to your point, Marshall, I want to say I'm going with you on this one. If you say go big, I'm going in.
All right, so we have some swings here, and it looks like Adrian's down to 11. And we have a Rolling Thunder. X equals 4 on this one to take out No Yondar.
Ken's considering. Is this guy worth saving? He thinks not.
Well, did he have an answer at all? No, he had no answer. Horribly Awry only counters creature spells.
I see.
Now Ken gets to swing in for 3 with his land. Could have had 2, just saying. All right, so Adrian is kind of in a pinch here, but kind of stabilized. Got No Yon off the board. Plays Woodland Wanderer. That was bounced. And here comes Horribly Awry. Adrian reads it, figures out that his spell's going to get countered, frowns, puts it in the exile zone.
Yeah, you could say that Woodland Wanderer cast went horribly awry.
You could say that every time, Lou, about every creature in that situation.
I could. Looks like Adrian managed to sneak 3 damage in with his Stonewaker.
And Ken, with that Plains, doing the beatdowns, getting in.
What's Adrian at 5?
Ken plays another land. Looks like he has Sheer Drop in his hand.
It also looks like
And
probably an Anticipate.
Mm-hmm. That's what it looks like. Yeah, I think that's what I think those are 2 cards.
So Adrian plays a Vestige of Emrakul.
And at the end of Adrian's turn, it looks like Ken is going to play Anticipate. Looks at 3 cards. I think he sees Lithomancer's Focus. Which one did he take? Did you catch that, Lou?
I didn't manage to catch that one.
Okay.
Elamar Tidecaller.
All right. So this one says that
That is a Flying Plains, Marshall, getting in for 3 right now.
Plains for 3, and then
4-5.
then Lithomancer's Focus for the win.
All right, looks like Adrian's scooping it up, and we'll see you back for the next game. Hello, everybody. We're back for game 2. Again, I'm Lou, and I'm joined by Marshall.
Howdy.
And, yeah, let's see if Adrian and his Gruul deck can steal a game here from Ken.
I want to see some Gruul beats. That's what I want to see.
Well, you know,
It's the name, but I do want to see it.
what else do you call red-green fatties?
That's
Red-green fatties?
That's what you call it. You call it Gruul beats, but I just want to see it come
together?
Come together. I want to see it represent its name, and I want to see
Not off a mulligan.
green, red show blue, white. What is up? Because
It should.
that's what's up.
Yeah, that's tough already with Adrian starting with them all. But yeah, red-green's one of my favorite color combinations in general.
Mm-hmm. I would agree with you.
It just feels like a very, good set of colors to play.
Yeah. I'm not saying I'm a Gruul mage, but I'm more of a Gruul mage than an Azorius mage.
Yep. So Adrian keeps his 6, scries down, passes back.
Ken's really thinking about drawing a card for his turn, and he does it.
Yay! is going to evolve wildly.
He's going to go ahead and crack that right away. I guess he figures, why wait? I'm not going to play anything this turn anyway. So Adrian just real quick takes his turn, plays land, passes back.
I'm glad these guys can keep their deck straight since they're both playing purple sleeves.
Yeah.
Did Ken miss a land drop here?
He
Nope.
just played it right there. So he plays
Cliffside Lookout.
Cliffside Lookout. Ken loves that card.
Yeah, and it's too bad you can't hear him, but each time he plays it, he does say, "Look out."
Does he really?
He does.
Oh, man.
So Valakut Invoker for Adrian there.
As soon as Adrian gets 8 mana, he's going to be really doing stuff.
Yeah, he's gonna be laying down the beats every turn. What do you think about that card though, in limited?
I mean, it's fine. It's a 2/3 body, isn't it? So, yeah, 2/3 body for 3 in red. It's not like the most aggressive card, but it's a fine body, and it has upside late in the game, so I think it's a fine card.
Shadow Glider for Ken.
Now, a 2/2 flyer for 3 is pretty good. It's much better than a 1/1 flyer for 1.
Or a 1/1 flyer for 3. What are you saying, Marshall?
No, there's upside to that card. To the Pilgrim's Eye?
Right.
There's upside to that card. That card's not in either of these decks, but
So Adrian managed to sneak in attack for 2 with his Valakut Invoker, played an Ondu Champion.
yeah, the baby Adrian.
Baby A.
Baby A. Ondu Champion. So the rally trigger on Ondu Champion gives trample to all of his creatures.
So I do want to point out here that it looks like Ken has a spawning bed with his island and plains. It's another card that's a little different in Ken's deck here.
Oh, yes. So remind us again what Spawning Bed does.
Yeah, spawning bed is 6 and tap. Put 3 tap sacrifice rather. Put 3 1/1 colorless Eldrazi Scion tokens into the battlefield.
Okay. So it's relevant in the late game. So Adrian just blocked with his Ondu Champion, and then Ken is going to hit it with Gideon's Reproach. You had to assume there was some kind of trick there because attacking in to a 4/3 with a 1/1 is not normally good math.
It's Ken. He's a tricky dude.
You knew there was a trick coming. Maybe Adrian wanted to call a bluff, you know?
And I think, Ken's not 100% tricky, but that is characteristic of Ken.
All right, so
Clutch.
Clutch Occurrence, bounce it back, not awakened. So Ken doing a good job of keeping Adrian's creatures off the board. Adrian just recast Valakut Invoker. Ken kind of time walked Adrian there with that play. Now Ken has a Noyan Dar in hand. And what looks like
Alamar Tide Caller.
Yeah. But only 3 mana.
Gets in for 2 with the glider. And does decide to play the Tide Caller.
Without any land creatures, but it's still a 2/3.
For 3.
It's still a fair card.
Hey, if you liked a 2/3 in the Valakut Invoker,
And he got Clutch Occurrence back to his hand. So there's some value there. So he's got 3 bodies on the board. Looks like he's probably going to just Clutch Occurrence here again.
how many times can that guy go back to his hand by the same card?
A lot of times.
And
And
a
he's
lot of damage.
Going to get in for 5. 5 total.
Look out.
Speechless. Speechless. So this time he plays the Tunneling Geopede, landfall for 1 damage to each opponent.
And a card we've never seen. Sorry. Valakut Invoker. How many
You're right.
times are you going
You're
to cast that card?
You're
I
right.
mean, at this point, it's comical.
Yeah,
so
it is funny. What is that? The
third or fourth
third
time.
or fourth time he's cast that card, and he's at 7 mana now, or 7 land. So
I mean, it's getting real.
He's almost to the point where he can just lightning bolt for 8, and that's if there's anything I know, it's value. And 8 mana for 3 damage is not really that value. But when you have nothing else to do, it's great.
The reality is that card and that scenario doesn't suck. I mean, if you're sitting on mana,
No,
shooting down flyers, finishing the, I agree.
Can you shoot flyers? Is it to? Oh, it is to creature or player. So you can shoot. That's right. You can.
I mean, it's not the most mana efficient. I'm not trying to say it's a lightning bolt, but
Ken, I'm not really disagreeing with you here. I just call it Ken. Lou.
that's all right.
Lou.
Whoever.
I'm sorry, Lou.
So Ken did manage to sneak a Benthic Infiltrator onto the table there.
What a sneaky play.
I mean, it couldn't be blocked.
So,
And just so everybody that knows, the people around me are groaning right now, so it's not just you.
it's very true. I often give Lou looks like, really? Did you just say that? So we're going to have unnatural aggression. Going to fight the Valakut's Invoker with the flyer. The Shadow Glider.
Looks like Ken is still thinking.
Counting up, pointing at things, tapping mana.
Oh, no.
He says, how about I pump both of these guys
Tandem tactics.
and gain some life? How does that sound?
Sounds tricky, just like Ken.
So that basically nullified that unnatural aggression.
And put Adrian down to 3.
Ken is... I don't know what Adrian can do here.
I don't either. And it looks like Adrian's scooping it up. So
Now, Adrian did have one card he could have played. He could have played the Serpentine Spike.
well, he didn't draw it. So thanks, everybody. Join us for our next round and next match. We have more Magic coming up for you. Bye-bye. Hey, everybody. We hope you've enjoyed this match of our 8-player draft series. If you'd like to check out the players' draft review, you can check them out. There's links over to my right. If not, stay tuned for the next match. Please take a second to subscribe and leave your comments below. We would love to hear from you. And until next time, we'll be stirring up some magic. Bye, everybody.